argentum night, ஹனிமேனோட ட்ரக், சில்வர் நைட்ரேட் அண்ட் 5A கிளாஸிஃபிகேஷனில் இப்போதைக்கு கான்ஸ்டியூஷன் எப்போவுமே அர்ஜென்டம் நைட் இஸ் ஆஃப் ஓல்ட் வித்தர்ட் ட்ரைட் அப் ஓல்ட் லுக்கிங் பேஷண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, ஓல்ட் பேஷண்ட்ஸ், வித்தர்ட் அண்ட் ட்ரைட் அப் பேஷண்ட்ஸ், சேம் லைக் CKL call. And there is a incoordination both mental level and as well as physical level. First, mental level incoordination for the symptoms enna time passes slowly, impulse, wants to do things in a hurry, must walk fast, is always hurried, anxious, irritable, nervous. So time oda incoordinationனால mental incoordinationனால time sense they are lost, same like cannabis indicas. And extra mental symptoms is apprehension is there, where diarrhea sets in. Physical incoordinationனால there is walks and stands unsteadily, especially when he thinks himself unobserved. Great weakness with trembling, cannot walk with eyes closed. And இது இல்லாமல் other nervous system complaints, there is a convulsions with restlessness, and there is a paralysis after post diphtheria. After diphtheria there is a paralysis, and there is a sensation of sudden pinch. This is the words by Dungeon. And all through the remedy there is a splinter like sensation, and there is many sensations. One is splinter like sensation as if part were expanding, and other sense of perception are characteristics. And already we have seen that the time sense is lost, only the errors of perceptions have been lost. Okay, so this gives a sensation as if all parts were expanding. And ailments from is always from a long or unusual and long continued mental exertion. Both acute and chronic disease will develop from this. And there is a emaciation progressive every year, lower extremities, marasmus, and a great longing for fresh air as of pulsatilla, amyl nitrosome and sulfur. And there is an intolerance of heat, chilly when uncovered, yet feels smoother if wrapped up, craves fresh air. And there are also craving for sugar, which causes many gastric ailments. And there is sleeplessness from fancies before his imagination, horrible dreams of snake and of sexual gratification. So these are the dreams, and mostly sleepless. And other sensation is other main sphere of action is head symptoms, often determine choice of the remedy. And this acts on mucous membrane, so most of the symptoms are from throat and GAT play a major role. And headache location is frontal eminence of temple. And type of headache is congestive, sensation is congestive with sense of expansion. The sense of expansion is present in all parts including head. And there is a fullness and heaviness. These are the sensation, location, sensation. And modalities, aggravation from dancing, from any exhaustive mental labor, and amelioration by tight bandaging. So other than that, with concomitant with gastric complaints and hemicrania, and also pressing type of headache, congestive and pressing and screwing type. Okay, and ice, the well-known remedy for conjunctivitis, where even a local application was given in ophthalmia leonatum. There is a scarlet red raw beef appearance, discharge is profuse and mucopurulent. And ophthalmia neonatum, where there is a purulent discharge, cornea is opaque, ulcerated, lid sore, thick, swollen, agglutinated in the morning with like of happy smirk and rustrox. And suffocation cough has from hair in throat, sensation of splinter in throat when swallowing, and thick mucus. So once comparison of throat of argentum night with belladonna is asked. So argentum night throat is like just mucus collection is there in throat and mouth with constant hacking, raw, and it is sore, raw, rough and sore, and splinter sensation is there. Throat is dark red, catarrh and smoker with tickling due to sensation of hair in throat, and feels strangulated There is a sprinter in throat and sensation of hair in throat. Constant tickling irukku. There is a redness, roughness and sore and thick mucus in the throat. And also high notes causes cough, hoarseness is there, and there also the hair like sensation. While comparing to belladonna, belladonna is always the first stage of inflammation. So dry, glazed, angry looking congestion. So it's in stage of congestion. So it is more red and worse on right side. Okay, throat right side for belladonna. And tonsillitis is there. Throat is constricted. There is a splinter like sensation. Here there is a constrictions, difficult deglutition, worse liquids. Okay, cannot swallow liquids, and there is a lump sensation, and also there is a dryness and spasm sensation. There is a continuous inclination to swallow with scraping sensation. Muscles are very sensitive and hypertrophy of mucous membrane. There is a splinter like sensation of hair and throat like soreness, but here is a dryness is there, congestion stage, and as inflammation of tonsil is there. Throat is constricted, difficult dentition, worse liquid, cannot swallow liquid, continuous inclination to swallow is there, and hypertrophy of mucous membrane. And respiratory is also there is a dry cough, worse at night. Bronchitis, as a symptoms of bronchitis, night aggravation, tickling, short dry cough, and there is a dryness all over, and larynx is sore. So this is the throat comparison. Moaning at every breath. Okay, hemoptysis is there. Okay, coming back to argentum night. So throat symptoms are over, and gastric complaints. It is a flatulent remedy. Okay, and flatulence is due to sugar consumption, excess sugar consumptions. There is a craving for sugar. Child is fond of it, but diarrhea resulting from eating sugar. And there is also desire for cheese and salt. Crave salt or smoked meat is seen in calcareous. Belching accompanies most gastric ailments, and there is a flatulent dyspepsia. Belching after every meal as if it would burst with wind. Belching difficult. Finally, hair rushes out with great violence. And diarrhea, green mucus like chopped spinach in flakes, turning green after remaining in diaper, after drinking, after eating sugar or candy. Masses of mucolimb and sheddy strips, a much noisy flatus, diarrhea as soon as he drinks. And other than that, flatulence even after emotional complaints, ulceration of stomach with radiating pain, painful spot over stomach radiating all over the abdomen. So it is a great flatulent remedy, and there is a comparison after veratrum and lycopodium follows well in flatulent dyspepsia. Okay, and urine, and these are one single line symptoms. Urine, there is enuresis, unconsciously day and night urine is passed, and male reproductive system, erections fail when caution is attempted, impotence is there. And female reproductive symptoms, already there is a splinter sensation in throat, the same splinter sensation in uterus also when walking or riding. And caution, there is a dyspareunia, and followed from bleeding in vagina. And there is also metrorrhagia in young widows, sterility with nervous erythemism at change of life, gastralgia with menses at the beginning of menses. And respiratory complaints, laryngitis of singers where high note causes cough, which we see in throat complaints. And nerves, we already seen the incoordination, muscle incoordination and convulsions. Okay, this as aggravation from cold foods, sugar, cold air, ice creams, and mental exertion. Amniotation, open air, craves the wind blowing in his face, bathing with cold water. And natrium, after bad effects for using silver nitrate catheterization, natrium is used. Coffee will increase the nervous headache. And boys complaints after tobacco, ars and veratrum has to be compared, and already we see veratrum and lycopodium in flatulent dyspepsia.